Hello, my Biblio darlings. My name is Mally, and thanks for tuning back to Bibliothesia. It's so good to see you again. The story we're going to be reading today is called When We Were Alone. It is one person's account of being in residential school. So before we read When We Were Alone, let's help our body to relax a little bit, because when we're relaxed, our body is calmer a little bit. I'm going to do this by reading you some jokes. Here's the first joke. What do you call a bird that is out of breath? A puffin. Get it? Because, puffing? Because when you're breathing hard? Okay. What kind of bird will steal scrap from the bathtub? A robber duck. Instead of a rubber duck? Okay. And here's the next one. Where does an octopus like to relax? In an armchair. Because octopuses have 8 arms. Okay. So I'm hoping your body is feeling more relaxed. And let's read the book When We Were Alone. And here's the first page. Oh. Here we go. Today, I help my kokom in her flower garden. She always wears colorful clothes. It's like she dresses in rainbows. When she bent down to prune some of the flowers, I couldn't even see her because she blended in with them. She was like a chameleon. Nokom, why do you wear so many colors? I asked. Nokom said, well, Sism? Oh, I hope I said that name correctly. When I was your age, at home, in my community, my friends and I wore many different colors. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they gave us different clothes to wear. All the children were dressed the same, and our clothes weren't colorful at all. We all mixed together like storm clouds. Why did you have to dress like that? I asked. They didn't like that we wore such beautiful colors, Nokom said. They wanted us to look like everybody else. But sometimes in the fall, when we were alone, and the leaves had turned to their warm autumn hues, we would roll around on the ground. We would pile the leaves over the clothes they had given us, and we would be colorful again. And this makes us happy. Now, Nokom said, I always wear the most beautiful colors. After I helped with the flowers, we went over to the back gate. There were vines covering the gate, and they reached all the way to the ground. When my kokom turned to fix the latch, I saw that her braid hung almost as low as the vines. It was like she had a tail. Nokom, why do you wear your hair so long? I asked. Nokom said, well, no sisim. Let me turn the page. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I grew our hair long, just like our people have always done. It made us feel strong and proud, but at the school that I went to, far away from home, they cut off all our hair. Our strands of hair mixed together in the ground like blades of dead grass. Why did you have to wear your hair like that? I asked. They didn't like that we were proud, Nokom said. They wanted us to be like everybody else. But sometimes in the spring, when we were alone and the grass had grown so long and thick in the field, we would pick the blades from the ground. We would braid them into the short hair they had given us, and we would have long hair again. And this made us happy. Now, Nokom said, I always wear my hair very long. After my kokom had fixed the latch, I followed her to the birdhouse. There was a bird flying through the air like a jingle dress dancer. She fed the bird and whispered, I'm probably going to say this wrong, Na pin Isis mi siso tamisi kitian tamakisian. And her words sounded just like a poem. Nokom, why do you speak in Cree? I asked. Nokom said, well, no sisin. So below on the page it said, here's the translation. Here, little bird, eat, so you will get big and strong. And those are the words that are on the next page. When I was your age, at home, in my community, my friends and I always spoke our language. But at the school I went to far away from home, they wouldn't let us speak our words. All the children used their strange words. We didn't understand them at all. Our voices blended together like a flock of crows. Why did you have to talk in their language? I asked. They didn't like that we spoke our language, Nokom said. They wanted us to talk like everybody else. But sometimes in the summer, when we were alone, and our teachers weren't anywhere around the place we would whisper to each other in Cree. We would say all the words we weren't allowed to say, so that we wouldn't forget them. And this made us happy. Now, Nokom said, I always speak my language. After our gardening work was done, I sat with my kokom in the backyard. Her brother came over and sat with us. He comes over all the time. We drank tea and ate bannock. The tea was hot and sweet, and the bannock was moist and warm and melted in my mouth. My kokom and my uncle talked and laughed like children. Nokom, why do you and Nokomis always spend time together? I asked. Nokom said, well, no sisim. When we were your age, at home in our community, being with family was the most important thing. We played with each other, did chores together, and shared everything. But at the school I went to far away from home, they wouldn't let us be together. My brother and I were separated like day and night. Why were you and Nokomis separated? I asked. They didn't like when we were with family, Nokom said, because when we were together, we thought too much of home. Oh, so sad. But sometimes in the winter, when we were alone, and we were sure that nobody could see us, we would find each other. We would take off our mitts, and in the crisp, cold air, we would hold hands so we could be with each other. And this made us happy. Now, Nokom said as she reached over and held my uncle's hand and mine, I'm always with my family. What did you think of When We Were Alone? It's a beautiful story of a time that was very unkind to First Nations people. My heart fills with sadness. One of the ways that I deal with sad feelings is my words sometimes stammer. Words get caught here. But one thing that helps me to get better grounded in my body is doing a deep breathing exercise. So if you are up to it and it feels okay for you, please join me in this deep breathing exercise. We're going to inhale for 4 counts, hold the breath for 4 counts, and then exhale out for 8. So when you're ready, inhale deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now hold the breath for Now exhale out for 8, like you're blowing out wind. Well, with that, I'm hoping you take very good care of yourself and think about the story When We Were Alone. Take care. Bye.